Yeah.
All right. When preparing for this speech, I asked Kyle what he wanted from the marriage. He said to me that he wanted happiness, a family, and to be with Julie until the end of time. When I asked Julie what she wanted from the marriage, she said she'd like a George Foreman grill and a toaster. At least she's easy to satisfy. Since living with Julie, it feels a lot like I have had a front row ticket to your relationship. I have seen it grow and develop. I have seen stress overpower you, fear overcome you, doubt overwhelm you, but I never saw you stop loving each other. My whole life, I have looked up to you, Julie. I have learned from you and wanted to be like you. You taught me how to put makeup on and how to reach maximum volume with my hair with a blow dryer. You also taught me how to get pretty much absolutely anything I wanted with my eyelashes. You gave me the courage to move to California and to live the life that I had only dreamed about. You are so beautiful, smart, ambitious, generous, driven, loyal, and loving. You are my best friend, my soulmate, my partner in crime, and my big sister. Thank you for making me laugh so much that my stomach ached and my eyes are full of tears. Thank you for knowing when I feel sad, scared, alone, and happy. Thank you for making me feel like the things I think are important are actually important. Thank you for wanting me to be around and missing me when we're not together. Thank you for loving me in spite of me. Julie, as you are now a married woman, I will still look to you for guidance and knowledge because you have got me this far. And Kyle, I can only hope to be lucky enough to meet a man like you. I seriously lucked out in the brother-in-law department because we all know there are some huge idiots out there. To keep her happy, make her laugh, listen to her stories, and love her always and forever. Delight in her as you begin your lives together. The only thing more beautiful than young love is old love. May you love long enough to experience them both. To Julie and Kyle.
That was amazing.
Okay, that's great. And now let's have a toast from Markel Briscoe, who is our best man this evening.
You want this? You want Darnell? You want Darnell?
Well, you two, this is an incredible day. I'm sure you guys can all attest to that. But this is an amazing event that Kyle is getting married. Man, I tried to stress to him that for such a momentous occasion, for something so big, something so important, that there's no way that I could do anything but to deliver an original and an epic masterpiece of a toast, something that people would talk about for years and years to come. I thought about all kinds of things. How can I be original? How could I tie this into Kyle? I thought maybe I'll write them a song and sing to them. Maybe I would do a stage play. Maybe I'd get all the guys together and we hide behind the table and do a little puppet show. And I'd do all the voices. And as I continued to try all these different mediums for my roommates, all of them seemed to fail. And then it hit me. Something original that I probably have never done is just be brief, short and sweet. And so after that long, overdrawn, overdramatic intro, here goes nothing. In any important relationship, the question that you always hear is, when did you know? When did you know? And for Kyle and I, the moment was the summer before 8th grade. It was actually the night of my baptism, and we were up at camp, and we were pretty good friends. We were okay friends then. And my family came up, and it was late. It was the last night of camp. It was cold. I hopped in the pool. We did the baptism. Everyone clapped, and I got out, and I was freezing and shivering and trying to find my parents. Meanwhile, Kyle was forcing his way through the crowd, and he walks up to me, and I'm not surprised he went into ministry because it totally makes sense looking back now. And he shoves his way through the crowd, and he looks at me and says, in the words of Paul, you are to greet your brother with a holy kiss. And luckily it was just on the cheek, but I knew at that point that I wouldn't get rid of him and that he'd be an important part of my life for the rest of our lives. And so I'm glad to be here as your best man, Kyle. You have been a brother, you have been my best friend, and we have had many adventures, all kinds of stuff, which I won't get into. And we've had many ups and downs, but that is why I'm so excited for you, Julie, because you are in for an adventure. And I mean this totally sincerely and in a good way, because Kyle is incredibly dependable. Kyle is one of the most loyal people that I have ever known. And Kyle really, really loves. Kyle knows how to love. And Kyle is full of so much passion. So I'm really excited for what you guys have in store. I once heard at a wedding that I went to, the father of the bride offered this advice during his toast. He said, when you fight, and you will fight naked. That way, the arguments always remain brief and lighthearted. I don't know how practical or effective that is. You are the first out of the crew to get married, and it's crazy that you are the first out of the guys to get married. And so, since I don't have any marital advice to offer you, I emailed some of our dads, because they have been great role models and great men of God, and very important in all of our lives, and have given us and shown us what it is to be a man of God and to be a good husband. And so I emailed them, and see, these are some of the responses I got. I asked, what was the best piece of advice someone gave you before you got married? And all of them said, keep God first. And never stop dating your wife was one that I got from a couple as well, so that's important. I asked, what is the best piece of advice that you wish someone had given you that you didn't get? I've got stay out of debt. I got confrontation is good and normal. And from your father, I got get a place with big closets so that way when she moves in, you'll have enough room for her stuff. So that's an important one. I asked also, what are some interesting things that you learned about yourself in the first couple years of marriage? I heard, I got one that said that she is not your mom. And I got an interesting story to follow this up. So one of the fathers, I won't name which one, but he was at dinner with his wife, and he said, honey, can I have some milk? She said, the fridge is right there. Go get it yourself. And so, you're going to be the server. She's not going to be serving you. And so that's some advice. Well, you're going to be the provider, rather. And you should continue to serve her. She's not your mom. And also, that your mom can shoot a gun left-handed, I learned from your dad. And so you are going to learn all kinds of interesting things about your wife. Also, I think that I've, the last thing, I'm sorry, I can't read this, it's really dark. And the last thing was, what's one good thing that you should remember in being a good husband? It was to always say I love you, to never stop saying I love you, to put the toilet seat down, that's an important one, and to continually pray for you and for your wife and for your relationship. And so to pray every day for that. And so I'm going to leave you with a few words, one of my favorite verses from Corinthians. And it says, these three things remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. So I hope that you guys continue to love each other and love each other deeply, and that you guys hope that every day is better than the last, and that you guys grow in faith together as you guys go on this incredible journey. And so if we can raise our glasses. And so this is to Kyle and Julie. Yeah, my brief speech. To love, happiness, and to tall children.
Thank you, Darnell. And now we'll look